Hello, and welcome back to another Sunday sector review, where we like to say Sundays are for sectors. This past week was OPEC's week, and the volatility was there. We had some tariff news, and right along with the government still being shut down. Speaking of, let's see what the Forex factor holds for us this coming week. So we're here, and it looks to be a mild week with the government still being shut down. We do have some FOMC speakers early in the week on Tuesday, but it doesn't look to be much with it being a yellow folder. Friday looks to where it looks like it's going to pop off with CPI, PMI, consumer sentiment, and home sales. So we look to see if we get the volatility out of that on Friday. New candles for this week? We don't have any new candles for this week outside of Monday for the daily and of course a new week. So without further ado, let's get into these sectors. Starting off with the VIX, we're going to start off on the monthly. The VIX broke our trend line here. And this week, tagged all these price targets here before coming back down on Friday. We are still 2 up on the month on the VIX. And so we'll look at the weekly. We are a failed 2 up on the weekly. The daily, we closed a very bearish day on the daily. Could possibly be coming back and could come back and tap this gap, and that would be at 1857. Of course, there are some stops in between, like 1945 and 1930. So if VIX can't hold this area here, I do see it coming back, testing this trend line that we do have drawn here. Full time frame continuity for now is to the upside outside of the day. So we know when the VIX is bullish, then the market is bearish. Like I say, we did close the day very bearish on the day. The 4 hour is also bearish with no wick, so if we would have kept going, it would have kept going down. So we would like to see how the market will open up on Monday after the VIX hit these targets and retrace drastically. Okay, SPY, we're gonna start on the monthly. Our new all-time high is at 673.95. We are a failed 2 up on the month right now with we're at the back half of the month, by the way. So the last 2 weeks of the month of October. We really in October, that's crazy. Inside week here. So right now we're just stuck smack dead in the middle, and wicks on both sides. We really, you can really play the range inside of this, but as of right now, we are inside day. And not only we are inside week and inside day, we are also inside a mother bar from Friday. So we just inside, which means a lot of chop, which means a lot of indecision, which means a lot of fake outs. So please be cautious going into this week. We are a 2 up, 2 up on the 4 hour. You do have full-time frame continuity to the upside. Outside of this inside day and week, but just be mindful that we are still within this range as well as the daily range and as the weekly range. Okay, ES will most likely look the same. Ooh, pardon my drawings. We turn them off for now. We are a failed to look on the monthly. The weekly, same. Inside week, the daily. Now we are a fail to down on the day. It's a nice hammer, but again, we are still within this mother bar. So we can, if we can get above, I'm looking for 67.56. When we can get above 67.56, I would take calls to the upside on ES. As of right now, I'll wait for that. We are a 2-2 continuation to the upside on the 4 hour. CCRP is enforced on the 4 hour, and if you look, time frame continuity is mainly to the upside, outside of course the month and the quarterly. So if I would have to take a stab, I mean, because we're inside, anything can happen, right? But right now, if we just based off the chart, we are looking bullish. So we just got to get out of this range. NQ on the monthly, NQ is a bit stronger than ES. You know, NQ is heavily weighted with tech. So tech has been doing well. So this is great for this is why it's still 2 up on the month. The weekly, we are 3-1 on the week, so we're inside just like ES. And NQ is also a fail to down, and it's also a hammer. 4 hour, same. CCRP enforced. We were 2-2 up on the 4 hour, and like I said, but we are still within the range. We can get above. We are above previous month's high on on NQ, so that is actually good for NQ. I would actually feel more comfortable if we get above previous day high on this 25,179 and push to back to all-time highs. Again, still in the range, but NQ is looking a whole lot, well, not a whole lot, but it is looking stronger than it is. So with that being said, the Qs will look the same. I'm not gonna spend too much time on that. Same thing, all-time highs for the Qs is at 613.18. We are at 3-1 on the weekly, so inside, of course, inside 4 hour, 2-2 continuation on the 4 hour, so pretty much inside. IWM, we are a 2-2 continuation to the upside on IWM. We did get some resistance here, or some pullback here at once we reached 252.77. So that is our new all-time high. But now we are back below previous month's high, which was at 247.18, and we are at 243.41. So let's go down a little lower. See what we're looking like. We are a 3-2 on the weekly. You can see this week. The daily close, we are a 2-2 down on the day. We got 2-2 down on the day, and on the 4 hour, we are an inside 4 hour. We held 241.83, so we would like to see a push up from here to continue back to the upside. We are full time frame continuity to the upside mainly, so if we can get back above, I want to say 245.15, that will be great for IWM. If not, if we end up losing this 241.83, then we will have to maneuver back down through 240 to 239. DIA. DIA is a fail to up on the monthly. The weekly is a fail to down on the weekly. So off the bat right here, we already have some conflict in time frame. The daily. The daily is inside, and the 4 hour is a 2-2 continuation to the upside. We do have a week here. We did get some rejection here at upper ADR at 463.21. So I would actually like to see it if it can close strong above that, then I would get in there. I wouldn't. Normally, I would wait for previous day high, but if you can get a strong close above this upper ADR, then I will go ahead and I will take this to the upside. Of course, I will buy time just in case for, pullback reversal, because again, we are still inside, and just like for the other indices, we are still inside this entire mother bar. We do not come out of this mother bar until I'll be 467 even. So just a thought. SMH, I believe SMH is still strong. Semiconductors have been doing really well. New all-time highs is at 348.53. 2-2 continuation to the upside. Not much of a wick, so still looking pretty strong. The weekly is an inside week. Did close inside. The daily is a 2-2 reversal. We did find some support here. We've been finding support here in this area. So not surprised that we found it here again. So this could be going back to the upside. I am bullish on SMH. We do have full time frame continuity to the upside. What is the 4 hour doing? 4 hours of 3-1 inside. We can play the 3-1, 344.19. Let it break that and take it back to all-time highs. So yeah, semiconductors look pretty well. XLB. XLB on monthly is a 2 down on the month. The weekly is a 3-1. So we're inside weekly. So a lot of things are 3-1. So pay attention to that. The daily is a 2-2 continuation. We have been it's been going down 3 days in a row after the failed 2 up. It's been going down. The 4 hour is an inside 4 hour. For me, I wouldn't mind seeing more downside for XLB, probably to the lower AMR, which will be at 86.96, which is the average monthly range, which is very equivalent to, if you're familiar with the ADR, with the daily true range. It's the same thing. I have it for the daily, the weekly, and the monthly. So it's just support and resistance. So I wouldn't mind this, or in coming, very much so coming to sweep this low, which would coincide with 86.84. So I'm looking for more downside on XLB. Our time frame continuity is mainly bearish, so it's looking pretty weak. So yeah, XLB bearish. XLC, we are inside month on XLC. We are above 50% of the previous month, so that's good. I guess yeah, this is a hammer. And it looks like it's pushing towards the upside now after finding support here at 50% of the quarter at 112.56. So we've been pushing up since then. The weekly is an inside 2-1. There's wicks on both sides, so we are in a range. The daily, same 3-1 on the day. This one is a little short if you want to play this. 115.22 for the upside, 113.90 for the downside. Want to see what side breaks. And we are a 2-2 continuation to the upside on the 4-hour for XLC. For me, I would like for XLC to break 116 before I would place a bullish call. And for the downside, I would like for it to break 113.53 and then come sweep the lows to 112 again. Time frame continuity is a bit mixed. It looks like it's trying to show bullishness. I think it just needs a little bit more convincing. It got to show me a little bit more. So yeah, like I said, if we can get above here, I'll take it to 117 or to the gap. But for right now, it has to clear 116 for me. XLE, y'all favorite stop, or we are a 2 down on the month after sweeping and failing previous month. So failed 2 up previous month, and we're continuing this month as a 2 down. The weekly is a fail 2 down. Failed to. I'm sorry. The monthly was a fail 2 up. The weekly is a fail 2 down. You see how oil be confusing the girl? Like, you see, this one I don't fool with her. Too complicated. She do too much. Anyway, so the weekly we are at fail 2 down on the weekly. We found some support at previous 50% of the year. And the yearly open, and we're basically stuck in between that. We're in between 2 key levels. The daily is inside, so we're in between the yearly open at 86.36 and pretty much the previous year 50% at 84.66. So first off, we got to get out of this key level range, and then we can talk about which way we trying to move. But that's all for you. So even the 4 hours inside. So yeah. Next is XLF. Now I'm a little disappointed in XLF because I looked at and I think maybe it was just because of BAC. BAC looked very strong going into close on Friday, so I was like, I'm going to look at XLF, after the market closing. That's when I do my sector. That's gonna be the first one I looked at. Man, I looked at this sector. What in the world? We are 2 down on the month. A big 2 down too. Like, it ain't a little bit. It's a lot of big. 2 down on the month. The weekly is a failed 2 down, but it's weak. It's very weak. And the daily It's an inside day, and we're closer to the downside than we are to the upside. Like, we can come back and sweep these lows right here at 51.54, like it ain't nothing. We are at 212 to the upside on the 4 hour, but it's, I don't know. We got some resistance here already, so this is not very convincing like I thought it was. We are below the 200 EMA, so that's not good. We gotta get banks back above water. So yeah, I'm a bit bearish. Yeah, like I said, I was looking at BAC, and I might look at that separately, but kind of weak. XLF looking weakish, in my opinion. XLI, I believe this one is still compressing. We are a fail to up on the monthly. All-time highs is 155.95. The weekly is a 3. There we go, another 3-1 on the inside, and we rejected all these key levels. Previous month's high, previous day high, the 3-month and the monthly open, and we just back down. So XLI with the rejection of the all-time highs. The daily is an inside day, and the 4 hour. The 4 hour is an inside 4 hour. So we would like to see how XLI holds up. We are holding up 51. As long as we don't lose, I say 50. As long as we don't lose 50, XLI is still in the game. But right now it is compressing. The 4 hours inside, the dailies inside, the weeklies inside. So, and y'all know XLI are kind of slow movers. So big industry. XLK, I think I'm pretty still bullish on tech. Yeah, we talked about this. All-time highs now are at 291.34. We are 2-2 continuation to the upside on the monthly. The weekly is a 3-2 on the weekly. It was a fail to down, so we found some support at 278 and went crazy and came back up. So we closed as a doji on the weekly. The daily is a 2-2 continuation. Oh no, I'm sorry. Is a fail to down. I guess we can almost call this a hammer. It does have a wick on top of it, but it's a pretty bullish candle. If you take a notice, we are still inside this mother bar, so we're almost like 50% of it too. Let me see. Just by eyeballing it. Yeah, we in 50% of this whole bar, so bullish on it, but just like everything else, we are in a range. Now, XLP quietly did its thing this week. The monthly is a fail to down. Look at this monthly candle. It's nice bullish monthly candle. We are below that consolidation we had been tracking for a while, but now it looks like we'll probably be returning back into it, and can get some momentum up. Gotta get above 50% of the previous year and 50% of the 6 month. We could do that, and I can see us tagging 80, 70. So let's go down to the weekly. We are a 3-2 up on the weekly. Nice bullish close on the week. So I could definitely see, if things stay the same, XLP pushing up to that 80-70 like I said. The daily, 3-2 up on the daily. Full time frame continuity to the upside, so not looking bad for XLP. 2-2 continuation to the upside on the 4 hour. We did slightly close just below previous day high at 79.75, but I think it'll be okay because it wasn't such a strong rejection. Next up is XHB. 2-2 continuation to the downside on the monthly. The weekly, we are inside. We did find some buyers at 103.39. Did we sweep this low? Man, we tapped it. So we tapped this weekly low. Okay, wait. The low of that candle is 103.39. And the low of this candle is 103.39. So equal. So we tapped it and we found some support. We would like to see if XLB will go 2 up or will it continue to go down. The daily closed as a failed to down, almost like a baby hammer. Not much of a wick, but the body's there. It did find support at the 200 EMA and at previous day low at 106.15. So that is a good thing. We could be holding up here to push back up, or it could be making a H pattern and come down and test the yearly open and then go back up. So watch out for that. Let's see the 4 hour. The 4 hour is a 2 up on the 4 hour. Time frame continuity favors the bulls, so we'll see what XHB wants to do. I kind of like it for upside, honestly. XLRE, keep this on your radar. I know I'm finally saying this. Shout out to Abby. I'm saying it because, yeah, shout out to Abby. I know we've been tracking this this compression. We've been tracking this compression. But I've also, not only shout out to Abby, but I've also seen some bullishness, some bullish catalysts for real estate here and there. So it's still inside, but hey, just keep your eye on it. We're just gonna keep watching it week after week like we've been doing it. There has been buyers here. These wicks are telling. We keep finding buyers here. We are a hammer or doji on the monthly. The weekly, we went outside bullish week on the weekly, and so for the daily, we are a fail to down on the day. So watch out for your XLRE. I still wanted to get out of this compression at that 42.42. But like I said, just keep an eye on it because it looked like it's almost ready. We closed at 42.04, so hey, and we got a nice strong weekly candle. So let's see how that turns out. XLU new all-time highs is at 93.77. 2-2 continuation to the upside for the monthly. Same for the weekly. We did get some rejection off the new all-time highs, and we closed at 91.57. So like $2 and some change almost of a rejection. Let's go to the daily. We are a 3-2 down on the daily, and the 4 hour is inside. Our time frame continuity does favor the bulls, but just play both sides if you would like. Take the 4 hour. Me personally, I'm bullish on XLU. It could come down to the weekly open. I would not mind. to test the weekly open at well, it will be this weekly open, but 90.26 and then push back up, or even come sweep the low and then push back up. I wouldn't be upset with that, but I am still bullish on XLU. XLV, it's been doing her thing as we were anticipating, because why? Flu season, sick season. So we are, let me cut these off. We are 2-2 continuation to the upside on the monthly. The weekly is a fail to down on the week. The day is a fail to down as well. The 4 hour is a 2-2 continuation on the 4 hour. Time frame continuity is bullish, so here we are. Long as which it is at this point, long as healthcare holds 141.04, we in business. So we bullish on healthcare as long as we hold in this 141.04. I'm anticipating healthcare to head back to 146. XLY on the monthly is inside. We are inside our all-time high on XLY. My bad. Our all-time, yeah, it's 243.40. We're inside. The week is also inside. We could be setting up for a possible CCRP back to the upside after having 3 red candles and closing the weekly as an inside candle. But we would have to play it and see, of course. Have to let it open up. The daily as well is inside. And the 4 hour is a 2-2 continuation to the upside. Time frame continuity favors consolidation. I'm gonna just say that. I believe Tesla has earnings coming up, and Tesla is in XLY if I'm not mistaken. So it could push up out of here. There is a gap here that could be filled, and I would like, me personally, 236 or 237 even for me to become, I'll take a call. We also want to mind the 50 SMA. So if you want to play it even more safer, you can wait for 237.86. Let it get across the 50 SMA. But if not, there's a strong close here at 236.97, a strong bullish close, then by all means take it. But compression on top of compression, so probably waiting on Tesla, like I said. And last but not least, XME, which has been doing phenomenal. So I am actually not mad at this pullback. New all-time highs on XME metals and minings is 111.09. We were just like, this happened within the week. I think it moved like $10 that within the last sector review I did. Like, XME has been on a beam. It's been doing great. So pullback is well deserved. We are still 2 up on the weekly. Close like a shooter, but we still closed above the previous week's candle, so we still consider green. The daily did close as a 2 down after a 2-1-2 gap down, as a matter of fact. So like I said, not mad at the pullback. Could use some more after a phenomenal run that it did. I have some gap targets here at 199.38. It could feel, so wouldn't be opposed to coming back down from cooling off. It had a great run. I think for like 2 weeks. Probably longer than that, but strong. Like from when I've been watching it, it was 2 weeks. 2 weeks strong. 4 hour is inside. Our time frame continuity does favor the Bulls outside of the day and the week. Like I said, could get this gap filled, wouldn't mind that, and then continuing back up to all-time highs. That'll be great. So yes, that is it, my loves. What are your favorite tickers? What are you guys looking at? What sectors are you looking at? I hope this was helpful. Hope this helps get you to finding what tickers you want to look at, because we always looking at the sectors first, and then we're going into the tickers to see if they match up with the sectors. So which ones are you looking at? I think I'm going to go with my favorites for upside or XLV, XHB, XLP, and I'm keeping XLRE on my radar. For puts, I am looking at XLB, and just for some more pullback downside, short-term bearishness, XME will probably be on my radar as well. Oh, and XLF. Those are the bearish ones that I'm looking at. What are you guys looking at? Oh, and before I get out of here, shout out to everyone who came out to 8X's Trades Houston Financial Seminar. Man, it was a treat. Thank you for coming to my city. Thank you for having such a good time. I hope the hospitality was great. We had a great time. Looking forward to more and more of these meetups. Looking forward to meeting more and more of you guys that are in the group. And yeah, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to let me know what tickers you are looking at so we can chop it up together. You guys are family. And with much love, until next week, peace.